Wednesday today. Oh yeah, Reggae Wednesday, y'all. How y'all doing? Yeah, man. Reggae Wednesday. How's everybody feeling? We back getting into the groove of thing. 2025. Unks in the building. You know what it is. Let's get it going gone this morning. Today we're gonna have a good show. Yesterday, thank you. Scrap Lover came on yesterday. That was great. Scrap. Oh shit! I almost spilled some shit. Yeah. Scrap Lover came on yesterday. It was a great show. We had fun. A lot of laughs yesterday. We was a little serious yesterday. We will get serious today, but we're gonna get on some fuck shit too. We'll bring Coco in for the tea. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. Let's get into some music, a little reggae music this morning. See where we at. What we got working this morning? See what we got. Where we going? Old school classic reggae. I like the classic stuff. Good morning, everybody. Reggae Music Wednesday. I'm here. Let's go. Proper. You know what? Let's see if what's your name can get in here on time. See if my sister. The beautiful Kimberly Robinson. Come on, everybody. Unks in the bill. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Them a murderer. Them a murderer. See, them coming at me area want to kill off the youth. No dress up in a jacket and them dress up in a tie. Come a courthouse want to tell pale lies. Them a murderer. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Cause them muggling at them cheap one come kick out my teeth. Coming at them red one to lick off my head. Coming to my lane want to fly out my brain. Them dress up in a jacket and them dress up in a tie. Want to deprive I man from my rights. Them a murderer.
Yes.
Them a murderer. Watch them a come. Watch them a come. Them a vampire. Then we suck out your blood. Watch them a come. Watch them a come. Them a murderer. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Anyone
get on over to YouTube, y'all. Reggae Wednesday's back. Good morning, Dan Brown.
Chat to them, cause them a murderer.
Them a murderer. Shout to Lil Fang. That's project coming out. Very proud of him.
Want to deprive I man from my rights. They muggling at them cheap one come kick out my teeth. Come into my lane, want to fly out my brains.
Reggae Wednesday, everybody.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss.
Get on over to YouTube.
Police in helicopter. I search for marijuana. Policemen in the streets. Searching for Cali weed. Soldiers in the field.
Well, Atkins, good morning, brother.
Burning the Cali
I haven't seen well in a while.
But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we're gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we're gonna burn down the cane fields. Soldier in the herb field, burning the Cali weed. Police in helicopter, I search for marijuana. Policemen in the streets, searching for Cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane field. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane field.
Yeah, I lost about 40 pounds, bro. Yeah. I had to lose weight for my operation.
Police
for
in
knee surgery.
helicopter.
So I changed my diet.
I search for marijuana. Policemen in the streets searching for Cali weed.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Policemen in the field.
Go to YouTube, y'all. You know what it is.
Burning the Cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane.
Gotta call Paz K this morning
if you
too.
Continue to burn up the herbs.
Also, my brother Smooth
we
B.
gonna burn down the cane fields. We don't.
And now for the final story in today's news. History was made in the resident magistrate's court recently when Jamaica's number one DJ, the internationally acclaimed Yellow Man, appeared before the court.
Good morning, everybody else here. Let's go. Reggae
Yellow
Wednesday.
Man, in his unique style, presented his own case, and this is what he had to say. I beg your pardon. This is what Yellow Man had to sing.
Cocaine will blow your brain.
But the sense in me
is
I ring it off the bone. Whoa, it off the bone. Chalice, get it in front of station, the ganja pipe a bun. Smoke from the country, make the police I run.
Yes.
The police get vexed and clean out in gun. Me take one jar, in crank up in gun. Me smell the sense in me, him ask me for some, it off the bone. Whoa, it off the bone. Hear him though. He just lean up in gun in the corner.
Yes.
He say, pass me the telephone channel.
Reggae Wednesday, come on.
He take one jar, he started to laugh. He take another jar, started to cough. He take a next jar, he started to talk. He get serious, he take one puff. Him say, what is this? I say, the raw ganja. What them call it? Marijuana. What it name? Sensimania. He say, wrap up a jar for commissioner. Want you fi wrap up a jar for inspector. Want you fi wrap up a jar for the lawyer. Want you fi wrap up a jar for the doctor. I know the doctor, the lawyer. Start confess. Say that they call it weed.
I actually lost 50. It took me from last year for 23 November to March 24. So I lost like 50 pounds because I had an operation in, my operation came in September. So altogether, I lost, by June, I was down 50 pounds. So when I changed my, no Zempic or nothing like that. When I changed my diet, what I did was I stopped eating anything in the box, meaning I don't eat rice, bread, pasta. I eat none of that shit. My diet, besides my workout, my diet has been nothing but vegetables and fish. Now I throw a steak in there once in a blue moon. You know what I'm saying? Little lamb chops. But for the most part, my diet is vegetables and only fish and nothing in the box. Nothing in the box. And fruit. So most people that are having weight issues is really all about no rice. Not your rice. Okay, let me break it down for you real quick. I'm gonna break it down for y'all real quick. The rice, your body thinks the rice is a candy bar. That's how your body treats rice. And as you get older, you don't have the ability. No fried fish. No. I pan grill it, sear it, or put it in the oven. That's it. Baked fish, pan grill fish, whatever. But I never, nothing fried. I won't eat fried. You know, now I'll slip and sneak of something fried once in a very blue moon. But during that weight losing process, I was disciplined. I had every day mushrooms, spinach, kind of vegetables, asparagus, and I cook. So I make it dope where I cook, so it tastes good. Olive oil. I use olive oil only, or I use a little bit of black. What's that oil? Grapeseed oil to cook, and olive oil, and that's all. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you lose the weight, because your body. And then once you reset your body without all that shit in it, and then it's hard to get it back. So I'm right now. I was 227 pounds when I did Drink Champs. I'm now 178 pounds right now. I'm 6'1", 178. Yeah. Lose that weight, y'all. That's what's killing us. It's the weight that's killing us. It's the food that's killing us. All right, lose that weight. That's what I'm saying.
$2 pound within a van back. It in your handbag, your knapsack, it in your backpack. The smell of your girlfriend contact. Some boy not know this.
Basically, like anything they put in a box is killing us.
Bedtime stories and pose like them name Chuck Norris. And don't know the
yeah, definitely no bread. Bread is poison. Juicing is okay. Yeah, that's fine. Or fried food. Yeah, stop the rice though. That's the big deal. Stop the rice. Stop the pasta.
Old man stop laugh and block off traffic. Then we learn pop.
No potatoes. Stop the potatoes.
With the pin file long and it happy traffic. Police come in a jeep and them can't stop it.
Unless you're running 5 miles a day, then you can burn it off. But you got to be running so many miles a day that you burn that food. But if you're not running 5 miles a day, stop eating that shit. Yeah, not even brown rice. None of that shit. None of that shit's good for you. Now, after you've lost your weight, you can do like a little handful once in a blue moon. That's it. Hey, shout out to my brother Smooth B.
5
in the morning.
So wave on no one if you with me to see this operation sick me. Them suit not fit me to win election. Them trick with them don't do nothing at all. Come on, let's face it. I get our education's basic, and most of the youth them waste it. And when them waste it, that's when them take the guns, replace it. Then them don't stand a chance at all.
Yes.
And that's why I know little youth have up some fatmatic with the extra magazine in a them back pocket and a bleach at night time in a some black jacket.
Nah, man, you don't need it. Like, it's not limiting. You just don't need to eat that shit. I'm gonna be honest, you don't need to eat that shit, bro. We've been fooled to make us think we need to eat it. We don't need to eat that shit. It's the food that's killing us, people. Black people ain't meant to eat that shit. Let's go, y'all.
No. You don't love me, and I know now. No.
Well, moderation is after you stop it. You know what I'm saying? Once you reintroducing things is whatever, but what's going to end up happening, you're not going to want it. Listen, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to taste the same to you. So we program the condition to think that we can do things, but once we stop doing the shit, then you're not going to want to do it no more. And what you want to do, just do. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't deny yourself, but just if you know it's bad for you, stop doing it. I mean, listen, how much poison is good for you? I mean, you say, I could eat a little bit of poison or I could eat a lot of poison. Well, a little bit of poison every day still kills you. So you got to make that decision.
No.
We see Nana with diabetes, Auntie with diabetes. It's the food that's killing them, all right? Our bodies ain't meant to handle this industrial food complex shit that they put out there. And that's a new thing from the 80s when they started making everything high in fructose corn syrup and sugar. Everything is sugar now. The sugar's killing us. Reggae Wednesday, everybody. Let's go, y'all.
Cause if you ask me,
that's where all the cancers and all that shit come from.
I'll get on my knees and pray.
Like, how many GoFundMe we gotta have before we realize it? You know what I'm saying? Reggae Wednesday, everybody. That's what's in the building. Let's go.
Cheap on them, man. And why you know so the thunder stand then I know with a friend.
5, 8 in the morning. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Reggae Wednesday.
Sometimes my man begin, coop again. Sometimes my man begin, coop again.
We'll bring IG in this.
Sometimes my man begin, coop again. Sometimes my man begin.
But I'm not here to tell nobody how to live.
Maria man and him name is Ricky. From last month him a go like him crazy. Come woman in time after 7:30 when the sun a shine and the neighbor them I see get me so vexed. and it get me so angry. Thunder get mad and decide to go on nasty. Drape him up and say, listen to me now. You don't know that you fi come home early. And what you try to do for disgrace Shelly? I told me a woman take advantage of me. You want me neighbor them to laugh off of me.
Also stop the drinking. Too much drinking.
Sometimes I'm
wine once in a while, but that's
coop
it.
again. Sometimes I'm on again, coop again. Sometimes I'm on again, coop again. Sometimes I'm on again, coop again. Him have a gal by the name of Rosie. Tell me that no my friend named Mitzi. Sharon tell her who to Sharon no Beverly. Behind me back the whole of them a laugh for me. Never say nothing, me just wait patiently. Me know me did that touch him and them girl Rosie. So one of me a wait and him Shelly Cassie. Look on the clock,
speaking of
3:30.
Starbucks,
me car drive round New York City. Over some
Starbucks no longer will be have an open door policy, so now the homeless people can't go to Starbucks. All that woke shit is about to be over now that they got Trump in office. They're like, nah, we're not gonna do that shit now. Just to go show you how phony these motherfuckers is. So just know, don't be rolling up in Starbucks stinking. You better be right. Remember that story when the dudes went to use the bathroom and they wouldn't let them use the bathroom in Starbucks? It was a whole big uproar. Well, you can't use the bathroom in Starbucks no more. There you go.
Just find a yard before I kill somebody. You better know that you feel respect Shelly. Sometimes I'm on again, coop again. Sometimes I'm on again, coop again. I'm on again, coop again. Sometimes I'm on again, coop again. Them say want to separate a man to a lady. Listen to me girls, listen very keenly. Make sure your man, he might take you serious.
I'm still trying to understand this Cameron, Jim Jones, 50 Cent beef. I don't even understand what that's about. So I'm still trying to. I mean, Coco, when you come in today, could you drop the tea today and maybe you can explain what's happening? I hate when the beef is on live. Is it a real beef or are they just for the gram? Is it a gram beef or is it a real beef? I don't know what's happening.
I big dead dummy.
Hope everybody all right.
Take a picnic.
I like Jim Jones, Zeke. Zeke is my man. I love Zeke. Zeke's my man. I love Zeke and Cam. They're all good people. I don't know what happened. What happened? I was just with my man Austin from Heatmakers the other day, hanging out with them, man. Reggae Wednesday, everybody. Let's go old school. Let's get them.
Different fashion, you know?
One more of these, then we'll turn up, pick up the pace.
One thing Nancy can't understand.
Yes.
One thing Nancy can't understand. One make them a talk about me.
Go to YouTube, y'all. YouTube, where it's at? Reggae Wednesday. Let's go.
Some of them ask me where me get it from.
Hey.
Some of them ask me where me get it from. I told them no, it's
hit that
for
link.
creation.
Go to YouTube.
I told them
They
no,
don't stop the
it's
music.
for
Let's go.
creation. Bam bam, hey yo. What a bam bam, bam bam bilang, bam bam.
Turn it up.
Bam bam bilang, bam bam, hey.
What up, Dan Brown? Let's go.
Bam bam, tawata bam bam. This woman never trouble no one. I'm a lady, I'm not a man. MC is my ambition. I come free nice up Jamaican.
Bum bum.
Tawata bam
Yes.
bam.
Good morning, everybody. Let's go.
Bam bam, bam bam bilang, bam bam. Hey, tell me say what bam bam. Tell me say what bam bam. Hey, tell me.
I love reggae. I'm going to Jamaica soon anyway. I love Reggae Wednesday.
I not see right the Christmas lyric.
If I finish this deal today or tomorrow, we will be in England, by the way, Dan Brown, for 10 shows exclusively. Us and our brothers from the Wu-Tang Clan, we will be out there in England rocking. So if the deal goes through today, I'll let you guys know about it. That'll be in March. If that happens, the world famous will be 10 cities in England. And if that's the case, Dan Brown, look us up. We got you. You'll be our guest at the show. Thank you very much. Let's go, y'all.
Mommy, I want business woman. Sister not say she a 1 in a 3 million. Sister not say she a 1 in a 3 million.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. Classic. Wow.
Into Cameroon to tell me to come. So she didn't have a daughter, she did have a son. She said the lift doesn't work, run up the stairs and come.
There you go.
If it don't come quick enough, I don't know that's fun. So I grab a bunch of rose and that started.
Let's bring in IG.
Whoa. 2 months later, she said, come and get your son, cause I don't want your baby to come tie me down, not because you are old and I am young. Yes, while I'm young, yes, I wanna have some fun, run me down. Should live whoa.
What's the name of the guy that sang Them I Bleach? I just lost his name. Nardo somebody, I think he passed away, man.
Yes,
rest in peace to him, man. Them I Bleach.
I'm broader than Broadway.
Broader than Broadway.
When you go to Volcano, it's like a stage show. You have man that swing, DJ, and blow. Pull it down into the yo.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Let's go. Reggae Wednesday. Come on.
And the intercom rose, it tell me to come. That she didn't have a daughter, that she did have a son. She said the lift doesn't work, run up the stairs and come. And if you don't come quick, you're not gonna see your son. So I grab a bunch of froze and I started to run. Here I come. Oh. 2 months later, she said, come and get your son. But I don't want your baby to come tie me down because you are old and I am young. Just while I'm
I'll let you know
yes,
if we do the deal.
Some fun, run me down. Sing. Extra size, extra size, extra size, and then size way. Extra broad, extra broad, extra broader than Broadway.
Let's go, Reggae.
And the intercom rose, they tell me to come. That she didn't have a daughter, that she did have a son. Here I come, here I come. Swing, cause I'm broad, I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway.
Let's go.
Yes, I'm broad, I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway. Over the ocean and over the sea, all of the girls, them are folk for we.
Also, let's make a correction. Yesterday, Anthony Bonner, I think it was Anthony, said that Busta Rhymes was wearing a dress. All right, so we looked it up. We found out the deal. When Busta Rhymes shot the original Czar video, we was wearing the African red guard, and it was like the Muslim long gown that we wear. It's very masculine. It was not a dress. It was. I was like, nah, that's not Bus. Listen, Bus can dress like a Japanese robot. He could dress like Voltron or a Power Ranger anytime. But I never would see Busta Rhymes wearing a dress. That's my boy. I would never. That's my brother. I would never see him wear no dress. So yeah, just to Anthony, just to give you clarification, that was during the Czar video. He was wearing a Mansa Musa, the African king garb that he was wearing, the red garb from the African king. That's what he's wearing from the tribe. That's all. Anthony is funny. Caught me off guard.
Be them all in a row. The cost more water, but all in dough. Ring the alarm. Another sound in
it's not a dress.
Whoa. Hey, ring the alarm.
And it's not a dress. It's the robe. It's a king robe. It's what they wear in Africa. The men wear this now in Africa. If you go to see the Bantu tribe or any other tribe in Africa, that's how the men wear. They wear this in Africa. It's a king garb. It's more of a robe. It's a ceremonial outfit.
How them I try to test me? You want to test the rocket launcher? Well, let me tell you something. You're the original.
I got you though, bro.
Lord of mercy. Hear this. Wait them on. Who that a call? Wait them on. Wait them on.
I would wear that in Africa. It's not a dress. I'm saying, I got you. Black people the black people are wearing that in Africa. It's not like a Prada skirt. You know what I'm saying? It's an actual African garb. I got you, bro.
Wait them on. Who that a come? Wait them on. Who no think we did done? Wait them on. Who that a come?
I got you. Good morning, Reginald, man. My guy, man. I love you, bro. It's all good, bro. Mike B, what up, baby? You did catch me off guard, though. I was laughing. And it's funny how the vibration is because I was because yesterday he reached out to me yesterday about his new album, new Flipmore album. MOP's on the new Flipmore album, by the way. So he reached out to me about the album because he's doing an album release party. Now I'm actually not in town to go to it today, but in my mind I'm laughing. I'm like, did he hear me laughing at him yesterday?
What's the dilemma? It's a shadow thing.
Yeah, I'll get to it later on today.
Yeah,
yes. I was laughing.
Rock wine.
Listen.
Ling-a-ling-a-ling, and silent swing.
Hey. If we can't laugh at ourselves sometimes, then what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? We got to have fun with it. We can't be too serious. Let's go, y'all.
Shabba ranking, Shabba rocks disappear with another man change. So them are the done. Do the biz, we have the key, put the done.
Motherfuckers out there too hard, too serious. I'm listening to this Cameron and Jim Jones. Like, y'all niggas is way too serious. Take it easy. Like, I like the way Cameron's making fun of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really kind of funny. Now Jim Jones making this record. Stop it. Stop.
I'm gone crazy. Listen. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. School bell ring. Knife and fork, a fight for dumpling.
Bad advice. Somebody got to be like, nah, just call it, brother. Y'all sit down and talk it out.
To the biz, we have the key. Put it down to the key and turn them in a donkey. Them are the done. To the biz, we have the key.
Motherfuckers want that not like us money. That's what they want. Come on.
Reggae dance, solid comprise of wine. You see, now come your phone down, wine your body. You see, if you can wine, you hold your man and in Paris. You see, fast beer style when you see your mate. You see, you not try just but your mate not ready. You see, your mate look like she a box money. You see, she a cartoon and she no ready.
That's why I think, you know.
Cause they full of politics. Till a lot of girls them
hold on, the music
and with the great Barbie girls them
right now.
like Jamaican girls them and the American girls them and the English girls them. What about that them? All the funny girls them.
Hold on, the music got good for a second. Fuck my thought up. But I mean, we have become, even the hardcore niggas have become a caricature of themselves, where they just become a character now. Like, nigga, you 56, nigga, just stop being so tough now. And going there. Like, somebody's like, if you act tough and screw face on camera, people are gonna like your shit. Nigga, shut up. Extra tough for nothing. Take it easy, Grandpa. These ain't no young niggas. These niggas is deep, is in their 50s now. You know what I'm saying?
Don't trouble no one. But if you trouble this man, it will bring a bam bam. What a bam bam.
Now we dancing. Good morning, everybody. Out to the building. Reggae Wednesday. Let's go. Let's bring in IG. Where you at, IG, with your funky ass? We rocking. IG's in the building. Let's go. Good morning. Hey, yeah, only Zeus. I might need that. Yeah, I definitely need that. I need an editor to put clips of the show up, man. Only Zeus 13. Only Zeus 13 hit me in the private chat. We'll figure it out. I definitely need something like that. 612 in the morning, in the morning emails. Okay, well, you know, I'm on IG. Lazy Elliott, hit me up. All right, the real Lazy Lays, hit me up on IG. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for a guy like that does little clips and stuff like that. I appreciate you. Yeah. Always looking for that kind of guy.
Want you to know that I am a man who fight for the right and
a lot of times the show be having those moments where it's real funny, where you wanna just get that little clip, and I can't be. I got too much shit to do to be going back and cutting all that shit up.
I see them lying there wait. Standing at the gate. But yeah, I want my and I sing.
My man, appreciate you. Let's move, y'all. Let's go.
Murderer, blood is on your shoulder. Kill I today, you cannot kill I tomorrow.
Hey, Kim.
You're inside, no see, I know.
I'm dancing with Kim right now.
Murderer,
Kim, you gotta turn around and put that booty up so I can be like, I can do the Jamaican shit. Oh, stop it. Before you hurt somebody, goddamn. Get my ass whooped.
You can hide from man, but not you can get. Oh no, you be bread that's surrounding the wine.
Gotta bite your lip and break that shit down. Come on now.
Why you disobey the first commandment?
Hey.
Walk through the valley, I fear no best.
Good morning.
And it's my weakness, and him and me evidence. Lift up my eyes from whence cometh death. Them coulda never escaped this your judgment.
Put that light up. Put your lights up.
Kill I today, you cannot
Kill I tomorrow.
Your inside must be hollow. How does it feel to take a life? I tell you no.
Dahlia, congratulations on your new show. I know how you get, so don't be too rough on them. Love you and good luck. Bye.
Wow, that was nice.
Love you too, monkey.
Welcome to the Raw Perspective.
6:15 in the morning.
Your host, the incomparable Uncle Lays, a.k.a. Lays Elliott, a.k.a. Lays from the world famous, kicking with you in topics about health, politics, music, art, culture, and now, for your host, the legendary Uncle Lays.
And the beautiful Kimberly Robinson.
She boy, this is rock. Yo, get in there and tell the people what it is, man. Let them know what this thing is all about. Come on, man. Information.
That's what we do. Information, mitigation, inspiration. You know, Kim, I was talking, I was talking, speaking of the fires, man, again, oh, you fucking Instagram. I hate when Instagram does that. But speaking of fires today, Instagram, I was talking to Smooth B yesterday, my brother Smooth B. I'm going to get him on the show. Smooth B, nice and smooth. I mean, me and Smooth. Hip hop junkie. Smooth and I are very close. Just so you know. And
you know what? In my head, in my hip hop head,
yes,
you and Smooth B would be like best friends.
Yes, we are brothers. Like Smooth and I. Smooth's a very spiritual man. You know, very spiritual. He's got a lot of spirit. So we'd have we've always had a very spiritual connection. Spirited. His wife, Kiki, I introduced him to his wife.
All right.
Keisha, rest in peace. So she passed away a few years ago.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Unexpectedly, but she was my sister, Kiki, and she was with the group Modesty. Now, back in the days, Modesty, Bob Celestin was a lawyer for Modesty and Jodeci. Those are two groups that was signed early when Jodeci was signed. The Bad Boy and Keisha, Rhonda, Nitra, and who else was Keisha? Lisa, Rhonda, Nitra. There was 4 girls, and Jodeci was 4 guys. Obviously,
Casey, Dalvin,
JoJo, Dalvin, Devontae, yeah,
and the other guy, JoJo.
Uncle Ace, how you always forget the guy's name? Because I don't be thinking about the guys like that. I really don't give a damn about the guys, to be perfectly honest with you. But anyway, so I introduced her. You know, I was out there doing what I was doing, obviously, and I happened to bump into the group in a Lays kind of way, and I introduced her to my brother Smooth B. Now Smooth B they ended up becoming and they got married.
All right.
And I became. They've been married for years, and Smooth had a multitude of children. I was there for the first one, and Genesis, and I remember her birthday, April 12th. And I was in the hospital with him for the first one, and then Malachi, and he had a whole slew of children with Keisha, his wife.
All right.
3 years ago, she, unfortunately, during COVID, she passed away. She didn't have COVID, but she passed away. She was a trainer and everything.
Oh, wow.
What was crazy was that her and Whitney, she was one of the people, her and Whitney, because, for those that don't know, Smooth B and Bobby Brown are very good friends. Like brothers.
I didn't know that, but I remember seeing some things with them two together. Yeah. So yeah.
Smooth was very instrumental in Bobby's career. Smooth is an incredible writer, and he writes all. I don't want to get into the Nights and Smooth situation, but Smooth B is the creative brain behind a lot of shit. And Smooth used to write with Bobby and New Edition and all kinds of stuff.
All right.
Yeah. Smooth was super talented dude. And then because of Bobby and Whitney, Kiki became this close to Whitney and also instrumental in trying to get Whitney she was, Whitney was fighting her demons, obviously. And so Kiki was trying to get Whitney right. Even to the point where he felt like Whitney came to her after she passed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And alerted to her that she would be with her soon.
Oh, whoa.
Because it was an illness that we didn't know she had. And it was a surprise illness she passed. So a young, beautiful, in shape individual. So rest in peace to Keisha Barnes.
Absolutely,
Kiki
yes.
Barnes. And salute to my brother Smooth B, man. I love you. He's out in LA. He has an entirely different perspective on the fires. He's out there, and I want to get him on one day to talk about it. So me and him talked yesterday about it. So shout out to my brother Smooth B.
Yes,
Smooth
sir.
B. Love y'all. That's my brother. I love you. I got a lot of friends.
Sorry to hear about his wife, though. I mean,
yeah.
Sorry to hear about that.
Kiki, she went to the essence, and the way he handled it was very powerful. And he definitely was. I got to spend time with them during COVID we were on video camera. They live in LA together, so it was a whole thing. But anyway, good morning, Kimberly. How you feeling this morning?
Good morning, Lays. Life is good. I went to sleep at like 8:00 last night.
I'm so proud of you. That's what. See, when you come in and be having camera issues, I guarantee you that it'd be because you don't go to sleep early. Anytime you go to sleep, I know this about you. Every time you go to sleep late. This is my wife work. This is my work wife right here. Anytime I go to work, anytime I go to sleep, you go to sleep late, you get up and you have computer issues. I'm telling you.
I know.
You.
I took my ass to sleep at 8:00 last night, and I tried to wake up. I'm gonna try to stay asleep. Stay awake enough to see, the things that were happening. Make sure, California is being taken care of. But of course, there's always politics in it. And so, politics overtakes what we're actually having a problem with. And I just couldn't take it anymore. So I just went to sleep.
Listen to Frequency 432 if you want to go to sleep. Frequency 432. Go to YouTube. They have a frequency you can listen to, and it helps you sleep. All right.
Well, I don't have a problem sleeping. I can sleep anywhere. I can go to sleep right now.
Kim said, I can knock right out. I Lily Munson you motherfuckers right now.
All right.
I will Lily Munson. See, the show is dedicated to those people that understand these references, obviously. I will Lily Munson yo. Oh, Lily Munson.
That is. You don't have to worry about me.
She used to die on you.
Lights on, lights off, subway, train. I don't give a damn where it is.
You don't have a clap on, you don't have that shit. Fucking clap on. That shit was the funniest. Clap on, clap that shit on.
I'm the one that as soon as I sit down, I grab the remote and put the timer on.
Yes,
because I already know. I know what it is.
Shout to Scrap Lover yesterday.
Yeah,
that was a great interview with Scrap Lover yesterday. I listened back to the interview and I'm laughing so hard because I can't say everything I want to say because Scrap's crazy. And I didn't want to say everything. And if I would let him say what he wanted to say, I would be backpedaling like a motherfucker today trying to clean up the mess.
Well, I mean, that's done a lot on this show. So, remember that time that you were accused of being a woman basher?
Oh, yeah.
You bash us equally. Women and men.
I just bash stupid shit.
Yeah. About that.
Speaking of,
it's all good.
Speaking of stupid shit, so I'm out of town, and so now I stopped because last time you saw me in the hotel was nervous.
Yeah.
Right?
I see you're not in the hotel.
No, I get Airbnbs now.
Okay.
Or I used to get Airbnb because Airbnb you gotta rent the place and then see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Surprise, nigga.
Yeah.
I got a 4-foot roach sitting right there looking at me in my face, smoking a cigarette. What's happening? Yeah, it was happening.
Still waiting for you.
You ain't got nothing on this dime, nigga. Shut up. Get the fuck out of here. What you doing? It's fucking roach in here. You know what I'm saying? So I was in a spot yesterday where you saw with the big picture.
Uh-huh.
So I knew something was up when I walked in. I see this big ass chandelier in the motherfucker, right?
Uh-oh.
I had to get up out of there, man. I said, listen, I got to go, man. Because they make you pay for the whole shit ahead of time. And you pay for the That's why I don't like Airbnb. You pay for the shit So long story short, I got the fuck up out of there and went back to my normal spot. I got a little apartment spot that I use down here that's not Airbnb that I can, if I want to leave today, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But when I had to hit the chick up, like, yo, I got to go. This is not something I want. We have a view of the ocean. This shit was a view of a parking lot that was blocking the ocean. Fuck out of here.
The ocean was across the street, though, right?
The view of Ocean Avenue. That's it's crazy. She took it personal. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it. Listen, why is it about you, motherfucker? I don't give a fuck about what you want to do.
You know, that's kind of unfortunate. That's what people do. We make it about us.
She made it all about her. I was like, did you build this motherfucker?
How about that? I'm not dissing you.
I'm not dissing you, shorty. It just ain't working.
Not even your money.
Ain't your money. It's feng shui. I just need to get my refund. That's all I'm trying to do. Anyway, I'm back in my normal spot.
All right.
Yeah. So it's flies.
So it looks nice. Did you go to the market? You call Instacart?
I went to the market. I went and got some salmon and some spinach, and I cooked last night for the Duchess.
All right, come on.
The Duchess will be on today as well.
Hey,
she will be on.
Hey, my girl.
She will be on today. You know, that's one thing. Hold on for a second. I just want to talk to all the ladies that missed out on Lazy Lays. I just want to say this to y'all.
They missed out.
They missed out. All the women.
Y'all missed out.
All the ladies that missed out. First of all.
I think that includes me. I missed out too.
You might have missed out, Kim. I'm sorry. You were too busy getting chased by your stalkers. There you go.
Oh, wait a minute.
To all the ladies out there that missed out on Lazy Lays. Not only am I in the best shape of my life, the best time in my life, I also cook like a motherfucker. I'm just telling you right now, and I like to cook. That's y'all business. Y'all fucked up. Sorry about that. Y'all fucked up. That's y'all business. I'm telling you, it's great hanging out with. Shut up, Lindsay.
Well, you know what? I'll take over. It's great hanging out with Lays. I'll say it.
Yeah. Hanging with me is fun. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
how
no
about
thing.
that? The real might be.
What up now? Ladies, I think Kimberly needs a trip with y'all out to Europe. Oh, by the way, speaking of Europe, I just got yesterday. I'm going to see if I close it. I don't know if I'm going to close it, but we may be in England, the world famous, 2 weeks in March with our brothers from the Wu-Tang Clan. So that'll be kind of nice.
Hey, come on.
So we'll see. Not the whole Wu-Tang Clan. There's a couple of the artists. You know, maybe a Ghost, maybe a Ray, but the world famous will be out there for 2 weeks. And we're gonna do a set of shows if I lock it down. We'll see. I'm not sure.
Okay, all right.
I don't know what I'm talking about now. I'm gonna give my England brothers a heads up for March. And
Hello.
But if that happens, I'm gonna be in England, and I'll be doing the show from England.
Okay? I'm coming.
Come on, Kim. That'd be great. You should come with us on the road. That'd be kind of nice.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll like England.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah. Kim said she down. She would come out to England. Massages by Kim on the road. She'll make money too. Massages.
Oh.
Yeah, motherfuckers need that massage by Kim.
Give it to me, baby.
Pull that suppression blanket out because you definitely.
Hey, you know it's coming with me.
But it's an older hip hop tour, Kim. So you ain't got to suppress too much. These niggas ain't got it. I mean, ain't enough packs out there.
Listen, when I come in the house,
you gonna be putting these dudes to sleep out there.
Yes, that's what I do.
Come get that. Reginald May said, "Come get that Bentley."
Oh yeah, Lays, you got a Bentley waiting.
I do have a Bentley and waiting on that Bentley. Yeah. If I buy my own, hey Reggie, if I buy my own Bentley, I'm gonna be mad at you. Even I wouldn't buy it unless it was given to me. Anyway, so
well, look out for your work wife too. I like
you like Bentleys. I definitely there is benefits to being. Just talk to the Duchess. The Duchess has a nice life hanging out with ladies. Even the Duchess is independent of the thing. But I mean, I'd be like, nah, when you rolling with me, Duchess, you rolling with me. There you go.
Hey, come on.
But it's simple. See, you can have a simple. See, here's the difference. See, You could be Puff and Diddy and Jay and 50, you know, and their lives are so expensive, right? You have to make enough money to live that life. See, I know how to ball on a budget. You know,
Hey, come on.
you know,
Come
you know,
on.
that $1,000 at Del Frisco's is $80 for me. Because I cook the same shit as Del Frisco's, but I do that shit in the crib. You know what I'm saying? That Del Frisco's food gets cooked by Lay's in the
How
crib.
about that? You know whose hands are preparing it.
Right.
You know?
It tastes just as good as Del Frisco's.
The kitchen is clean.
Right. But it's you've been by the crib. You see how I live.
I've been by the crib. I've been by the crib.
You know, I'm good. I'm solid, you know. Let's go to blackfacts.com real quick. January 15th, 1908, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated was founded. Better be nice to them light-skinned chicks. They
And
gonna
another
curse you
one.
out. There we go. Don't say nothing bad about them. AKA is the first black Greek Loretta, all light-skinned chicks. Founded at historically black Howard University in Washington, D.C. 16 students led by Ethel Hedgeman Lyle founded the sorority in 1908. Why they got to have the booty shots? To improve social economic conditions throughout. Oh no, y'all ain't twerking. The current international president is Dr. Glenda Glover. The sorority document in pictorial archives at the what's the name center, whatever. Anyway, shout out to the Alpha Kappa Alpha Society and all of our Greek, peoples. And all the good work that y'all do. Alpha Kappa Alpha. We love y'all. We not beefing with y'all. That's the green and the pink. And also my sister, the beautiful first lady of OSG is Alpha Kappa Alpha. So shout to the Alpha Kappa Alphas. I got no beef with them. I love them.
And our outgoing Vice President, Kamala Harris.
Kamala hard in the face.
Oh.
Harris. Is it me or just right after the election she got hard in the
She wasn't smiling anymore.
Hard in the face, man. You shit that pullback. She said, "Fuck that pullback. I'm not pulling shit back no more." That Indian, you got Indian in your family? No, not that kind of Indian. Not that Indian. I'm not talking about that Indian.
It's kind of sad though, because she, you know, while she was on the trail, she was very up and happy and light on her feet. And when the bottom dropped out, it just
she's like, fuck that shit. She's the eyebrow lifting queen. Like, nigga, don't say that shit. You know, I mean.
Well, you know, ladies, tonight, the president, our current president, Joe Biden, is making his last speech to the American citizens. Mm-hmm. So, will you be watching?
No. No.
You don't want to know that he
time for Joe Biden to go
say goodbye. He may be saying goodbye for the very last time, like for real.
Sometimes people just got to go away. I'm tired of farewell tours and all kinds of shit. Nigga, just leave. Nigga, get the fuck up out of here. Let's. They shouldn't even have that transition period. When the president went, the next day he should be the fuck up out of there, and the new guy should come right in the next day and do what the fuck he got to do.
Yeah. They want to do ceremonies.
Drag this shit out.
We can see that they can shake hands and accept defeat and, you know, keep it moving. But I don't think Biden's showing up. I don't think Biden's coming. And Michelle Obama's not going either, just like she didn't go to the funeral.
So Joe Biden is not coming to the inauguration?
They don't think so.
Oh, shit.
Fuck it.
I expect
What are they going to do?
Michelle Obama is like that chick, the chick that was the host for the Airbnb yesterday. She mad. She fuck that. Michelle Obama like, fuck that. I ain't fuck with this thing.
Well, yeah, that's how she rolls. You ain't
gonna call me no monkey and get. You ain't gonna call me no motherfucking monkey and get me out of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at Michelle Obama. She's like, fuck that. I ain't fuck with this thing. You know what I'm saying? That black woman attitude is some real shit, boy. When they don't fuck with you. Black women, when they don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you. All right?
How about that? I'm not fucking coming.
You're not coming.
Stop asking me, Barry. whatever it will be. Stop asking me.
Barack is hanging out with Trump though. Barack is hanging with Trump. I was like, man, fuck that. Let's get this money.
Hey, they was chummied up.
Yeah, chummed up, kicking and shit. Nigga, let's get this money, man. Let's get this money.
How about that?
Barack is like, listen, we all should think like Barack Obama. Right? Black men. Hold on for a second. Fuck this reggae shit for a second.
Oh
no. Black men. Fuck this bullshit. Let's go get this money real quick with this motherfucker. Set our own shit up. Come back good in 28. Like good cook in 28. All right? Get your feelings out. Get out your fucking feelings. Let's go get this money, black man. Come on. Trump like this. You want this money or what? Get this money.
How about that? Get this money.
Get this money, nigga. This Bitcoin, nigga. They said we gonna rob this whole motherfucker. That's what Trump is saying.
How about that?
We're gonna break and rob this whole shit. He's saying it in your face.
Yes.
In your face. We're gonna rob this whole motherfucker.
I mean, typical New Yorker. He gets on there, he tells you he's gonna do it, and he gets out there and he runs amok and he does it.
He does what he's listen, if a motherfucker say it, he gonna believe you. You believe a motherfucker. He said
listen. This dude has gotten away with every single thing he's ever done. Fake universities, all kinds of stuff. He's gotten away with.
So why are you surprised? Both of you be like, nigga, shut up. He was raping women. What are you talking about?
He was having sex with babies when he was an old ass man.
Yeah, come on, man. Nigga was. You know that when they had the thing, the beauty pageants. Shout to Dr.
Yeah.
He was up there bugging. He was up there walking backstage. They was all naked,
walking in their dressing room, unannounced.
Wow, dude, man. Yeah. What y'all surprised? Yeah, that's y'all man. So you got him.
How about that?
That's your man. So, you talking about what Pookie was doing? Nah, that nigga was bugging. Him. See, so y'all know that he was bugging. So now you surprised. No, that nigga.
Reginald Maynard asked about Kamala's with her thoughts on the funeral, and I did not see that. I thought I didn't even watch it, but Jimmy Carter, I love
Jimmy Carter,
legacy.
the Peanut Man, Jimmy Carter.
Nice 100 years old, and this man.
Reginald Maynard, good morning, brother. Good morning,
my brother. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, Kim.
Good morning, Reginald. Happy New Year.
Hey, Reggie, Kim waiting on that Bentley, man, because she said, listen, being that she my work wife, she need to get that Bentley. She need to get that Bentley popping. It's just
she gonna have to come on over to the other side of the pond.
Yo, I don't want no other side of the road Bentleys though. I need my shit on the American side because
what happens is they make them all there and they ship them here.
Okay,
they make them left-hand drive. Yeah, I mean they literally make them all there and ship them to wherever they got to go.
So do they change the steering wheel to the side that the?
Absolutely, yeah. See, the thing about a Bentley is called bespoke. It will make it how you want it. The car can be the steering wheel go out the side of the road. And, and all jokes aside, man, I am going to talk to you about the Pilots of the Caribbean Tuskegee Airmen thing we're working on.
Oh, absolutely.
We're real close to making it happen, partner. And I like your narrative. I like what you guys are doing about Black empowerment and generational wealth and health. So we got a lot to talk about in 2025. And I might be there in England. Please let me know if you're going to make it to England.
Yeah, well, I'm going to
try to pencil that in, bro.
Well, you know me. In 2025, you get your money up, right? So this is about that money. They get that money. They get that money right.
That money right.
That money right.
I like what you said earlier about Obama and everybody else. Get out your emotions.
Yeah.
Look at what you got to work with and get to getting.
The man showed. I'm glad you say that, man, because the man showed you who he was, right? Yeah.
So showed you who he was.
So stop being surprised. This nigga don't do
I'm
anything.
a New Yorker. See, I took it at heart when he said it. I said, y'all better listen.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Better listen.
Mm-hmm.
They talk the talk, but they walk the walk, and they got the OG gangster down to a science. Jeez.
How about that?
Right.
First of all, let me just take a second and shout out. First of all, I just want to shout out white people because white people have
Will's pills.
I'm sorry, let me fix that. Will's pills, the certain Will's pills, have got the gangster shit down to a science. What? These motherfuckers know how to gangster. Listen, this was the most gangsterous move. This motherfucker said, "I got convicted." 34 felonies. You gotta listen. At the end of the day, you could be in your feelings, but you gotta respect the gangster.
You gotta respect the gangster, B. I'm from the hood too. I didn't grow up in Brooklyn, but I used to go there all the time to ball because I was a baller. But Jesus, you respect. Game recognizes game. That's all I can say.
And listen, back in the days in Brooklyn, we still do. We respect the gangsters. These is dudes with bodies on them, right? Bodies on the iron.
That's right.
We got, all the old dudes, like Bumpy Johnson and Nicky Browns and all these motherfuckers, all the gangsters, Italian gangsters, all the bodies on the iron. We making movies about them. Somebody better make a movie about this motherfucker. This motherfucker is gangster.
Straight. Well, it's coming. It's going to be an anthology of movies after this is all.
No doubt.
This is one for the books.
The books
it is what it is.
Out there.
Yes, they are. But new chapters are coming now, Kim.
That's right.
What's the difference between him and Paul Castellano or John Gotti or somebody like that?
There is no difference.
There's no difference.
You know what's the difference? Well, there is a major difference. He got all the law on his side. That's the difference.
And there is also a difference.
Who got immunity? Who have you ever heard has immunity?
Right.
Yes. They gave him an unconditional discharge.
Well, before you do something, if that ain't gangster, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that is the most gangster shit. And the thing about it, we sit back and we in our feelings because we see it coming and we complain about it. But you ain't do shit. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing about it. There's nothing you can do about it. So now it's time to strategize. Now,
And Lays, you said something at the end. That's right. You said something at the end of last year that was very, very, very prophetic. We have to position ourselves to be that same group of people that they've always relied on to make that back. But however, we also got to now circle back in our own communities because now DEI gone, affirmative action gone. What does that do? Black Wall Street mindset for me.
Right.
The circle wagons and invest in each other.
That's what I'm saying. Because game,
circle wagons and invest in each other.
Because game respect game. You understand what I'm saying?
Game respects game, B.
You respect game. So they showed you what the game was. And they realized that here's what the Will's pills realized. That Blill's pills is not the enemy. Because the Blill's pill, you can't get rid of Blill's pills in this country unless all you can do is put them in jail. That's all you can do. But you're not going to get rid of them. But they realize
they've been able to do that lately.
They realize they got to get rid of everybody else because everybody else ain't got no love for the country. See, Blill's pills, we was born here, so we fuck that. We're gonna hold the spot. We're gonna hold the spot down. Bill's pills will hold down the projects that they don't own nothing in. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And call it theirs.
They will die for Section 8 projects. You know what I'm saying?
How about that?
So you talk about America, Blill's pills will hold down America in this country. Black American, what they call FDA, FBA, Foundation of Black Americans.
Or autos.
Yeah, autos, they will hold this spot down. Mm-hmm. But so Will's pills understand that. So they said, wait, well, why are we beefing with them?
Yeah.
Right.
As you said,
no beef to be had. Only thing that's be had over here is to make some money.
But
the only thing I got for you over here is to make some money.
It just looks like the beef. See, hi, this Lindsay. Hi, Reginald. I need a Bentley too. I need one of the very soft pink interior. Shut up, Lindsay.
I didn't say we do make several shades of pink over there, so we'll hook you up.
I need those bills passed now. And so,
and we'll put a little soft china in the back if you like.
I like a couple of teacups set up in the back room.
Little teacups, right?
Biscuits, lemon. But anyway,
you have your afternoon tea.
Yeah, in the back of the with a big black dark skinned driver named Charles.
Well, we can put those on order too, sir. There's a couple of them over there.
I need him as black as Aegis Elvis.
and currently with this DEI stuff gone away, they all need a little job every now and then.
Don't need a job. I need him gay as Denzel and Gladiator 2.
Hey, Lays, that hurt my heart, man. Listen, I didn't want to go there today.
Oh man, that hurt me. That hurt me. Listen, trust me, man.
That hurt me, man.
Yeah, that fucked me up, man. When I saw Denzel and Gladiator, I mean, we don't even talk about that shit. I saw Denzel and Gladiator too. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my God.
I was like, nah, man, y'all didn't put that in the script, did you?
Denzel, look what they did to you, Denzel.
But he was in Rome. I mean, come on now. Sodom and Gomorrah country, what can I say?
That's where that shit come from. Greece and Rome. Tootsie Plow.
That hurt me though, ladies. I ain't gonna lie, man. When that part of the script came out, I said, "Oh hell no, come on!"
Wow, I didn't even see it.
If you saw the movie, that's what he was playing.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
His job, he had Lindsey Graham's dream job. He was in charge of all the gladiators.
Didn't he? Right.
And he was
and inspected them like livestock.
Yeah.
From head to toe.
With the little dresses on, the slit in the front.
Don't say dresses. That's going to trigger Anthony Barnum.
It was interesting. I'm going to put it there.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, but listen, the point I'm making is very simple. Reginald Maynard, I think
yes, sir.
I think Reggie, I think there's nobody more pro-black than Reginald Maynard, right? Nobody was really going hard to help Kamala. I mean, you went in to make sure that at least, I mean, listen, she got a lot of votes, right? But you was like, look, man, after it was over, you're like, all right, let's regroup.
Yep.
And make the best move for us.
Pick up, dust off, and come back in the game. Get back in the ring. And see, again, what happens is, ladies, we forget our value.
Right.
And the more we coexist, and I like what you said about the Hispanic community, because I grew up in the South Bronx, so all of my brethren are Hispanic, Cuban, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Haitian. I don't care where you were from. You were my color. You were in my hood. We had the same plight.
Right.
And let's muscle up. But, this divide and conquer crap, we got to get away from that.
Listen,
and I told somebody the other day.
We hung out with the Italians in Arthur Avenue in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, I used to go up to Arthur Avenue all the time. And I told somebody the other day, that was the only neighborhood where they didn't lock their doors. They actually rerouted buses when people started clowning on the buses. They rerouted city buses that couldn't come through Arthur Avenue. I knew this. I grew up in that. And you had to be invited to come up there if you were a person.
The problem is
but if they let you in there, nobody mess with you.
We co-sign monkey shit, right? We co-sign monkey shit and make shit. It feels like the monkey shit is legitimate. Like, listen,
it make it feel like it's legit.
Like, listen. At the end of the day, with all due respect, Megan Thee Stallion is not a proper name for the chick. You know what I'm saying?
No. Because a stallion isn't even a female horse.
I have to put this out there. You said how aggressive I was about supporting Kamala.
Yeah.
That was the thing that hurt me. One of the things that hurt me the most is when I saw that young lady on stage. Now, I ain't got nothing against Megan.
No,
we love our sisters.
You, boo.
But that ain't convention worthy.
But what is she going to do? She going to articulate a real stance, or is she going to twerk? And that's the problem.
Thank you.
Our talent is limited to what they can do.
Well, unfortunately, the young lady does have some smarts about her. She is I think she's graduated, no, she don't have her master's, but she did graduate college. So she does have some.
Kim, how many people know that? Kim, how many people know that? See, what happens is they rely on the imagery and the false narrative that you only see in those 30-second, 60-second reels, and all you see her is on a pole or twerking or half naked. You don't know that if you ain't in that crew, if you ain't in the circle. So
now,
they deal strictly with imagery, and then they took that and algorithm the hell out of it. And Miller Merger said, "Oh no, thank you, no. I'll deal with the abortion thing. I can't have this for my daughter."
Exactly.
But the thing is, just like Beyonce didn't get up there and sing and dance, she should have had Megan do the same thing, where you show the young ladies that it's more
the
about
other side of who they are. Thank you.
Yeah, but and let me just take our sisters to task for a second. I want to take our sisters. And Coco, if you come in and let me know, because we got to get to the fuck shit. But let me take our sister to task. We co-sign bullshit because we say that's my sister. Day. And that's my sister. So we can't call our sisters to the woodshed when they do whack shit. So because she's our sister, we gonna just co-sign it. Because if you call it out, then you bashing sisters. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bashing sisters, but I'm calling out bullshit.
Nor am I. I ain't bashing nobody. I'm proud as hell of all of them because they've overcome the odds. And just like these brothers that were pissed at Obama for telling them the truth to their face.
Yeah.
Why you gonna get mad at somebody for telling you the truth? Then you a punk.
Right.
Only punks can deal with the truth. If somebody come to them, step to them right.
Well, that's the point.
He stepped everybody like a man. And yes, the rhetoric may have hurt a few people, but Step out of your emotions and look at what's going on.
Get out your feelings. Reginald Maynard, my brother.
Get out your feelings, baby.
So glad to have you back. Happy New Year.
Thank you, hey, man. Thank you for giving me just a half a voice, and I love you guys. I listen to you every morning. You know, I may not always chime in, but I'm here, and I get that extra hour early because it's just that important.
All the way from Chicago, he comes in
right
the
Bronx, right at the boogie down,
via the boogie down.
Wait.
Before you go, I'm going to ask you a question. How do you feel about the FBA going after Fat Joe? How you feel about that?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it. I heard you yesterday. I listened to you all day yesterday. I listened to it again like you did, and I don't like it. It's not necessary. It reminds me of BLM, and BLM imploded because of the people that were at the head weren't the ones that were really representing what we wanted to be. Let's don't repeat the same mistakes. Divide and conquer is all they got against us because we too strong one-on-one. We too strong one-on-one. So if they get us one-on-one and they surround us, now we overcome. But if we coexist, get that black mind, black Wall Street mindset
Speaking
back.
from a position of lack is how you lose. And what's happening is they speaking from lack, and then they're attacking. First of all, you can't listen. Whatever the case may be, personally, whatever you feel about Fat Joe, I know from where he comes from. I know his history as an artist. I know the crew he comes from. I know those brothers. Those was all real brothers. I know what the Puerto Rican and Hispanics and Jamaican contribution in hip hop was because I was there. Some of y'all wasn't there, so how are you gonna know? I was in the Bronx. I was in Brooklyn. My cousins is in the Bronx. I noticed. I was up there all the time in the park hanging out. I was in the Fun House in '83. I was in the Roxy. I was in these places. So, like, nigga, well, what are you making a new thing up now? I was
and
there.
See, you're a hip hop encyclopedia from from that inner circle, and I've learned so much just listening to you because a lot of things that I assumed were not true. I mean, even that interview yesterday was great.
Oh yeah, with Scrap Lover, you remember my Scrap Lover?
That was just, you had me laughing, and I don't even know what went down, but I know what we did as kids. So
right. You understand?
I ain't got to have the detail. I just know y'all got up to stuff. But
what I'm trying to do, Reggie, and I want you people to understand this. I'm trying to stop the caricature. I'm trying to stop just because you from Brownsville, you walk around screw face and all tough and all kind of crazy shit. I'm trying to stop us from being caricatures of ourselves because we are more deeper as a people. We have more levels and timbers to our personality. And sometimes we present that because we feel it's popular. And we all got to wear the same moissanite jewelry because it's big and stupid looking. Nigga, you know that's fake. Why are you wearing that?
Right. That whole false idol crap. You letting that say who you are as opposed to you saying who you are. And that's the mistake they're making.
This is why I love my
first family. That's the caricature part.
This is why I love my first family. This is why I love MOP. They have always been authentically themselves.
Authentic.
From the day that they came out. They never was different. They always stayed authentically themselves. They hang out with black people, white people, Chinese, Spanish. It didn't matter. If you love hip hop music, they in there, they fuck with you. They're not out there screw facing you or dealing with you for a certain kind of a way or whatever the case may be. They are just living their exact authentic lives. I think if we start to be more authentic as a people, it don't matter. Listen, I'm the most laughingest, funniest dude around, but just step to me in the wrong way and you see what happens. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. At the end of the day,
we say in the hood, I laugh and joke, but I don't play.
Right.
I laugh and joke, but I don't play. Don't step to me wrong and don't step to my people wrong. I'll get you quicker for going at my peeps than coming at me because it just don't matter.
That's right.
Away.
That's right. But anyway, the point I'm making is it's time for black Blair's Pills to be authentically themselves and stop all these caricatures. They get into the business, they get successful, and all of a sudden they become a caricature of themselves.
Even when they say I'm keeping it real.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a caricature.
Especially when they say I'm keeping it real.
Also
I'm keeping it real.
Also, these groups, the FBA, the Black Lives Matter, we don't need all that shit. We just got to be authentically ourselves and coalesce and come together.
When you walk in your power, you don't need a title.
You don't need a title. You know what I'm saying?
That is absolutely right, Kim. You are absolutely right.
You don't need. You don't need a logo.
The narrative starts now even more so because
there you go.
People feel like they're being marginalized, and for for a change, they're willing to listen. This is like scorched earth time. It's time to plant some new seeds.
Hey, Reggie, you got any people in California, man? Shout to California, man.
Oh man, my family, man. So far, so good. They're safe. Thank you for those words, bro. But it's been tenuous, and God is good so far, and my prayers are out to all those who have suffered, and we're donating as we can. And that's the other thing. Altadena, which people don't know, I mean, that was a major black community
Altadena,
of
that's
homeowners.
Right. But money. They had money. They had paper in Altadena.
They called it historic. They called it a historic area of California. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. I mean, so the damage is, but see, again, when out of tragedy comes what? Triumph if we coexist. Right.
Yes.
Unite with each other and get out of these BS feelings and walk the walk. Be about what really matters, and don't judge each other because we don't have what you have. You don't have it. I'm going to help you get it.
This morning show is about knowing your power,
knowing your power,
recognizing who you are. All right.
Yes,
that's why I used to do today's mathematics recipes, Jar the Chef, every day. I'm not qualified to do it. I'm not a 5%er, but that's why I love the 5% Nation, because some of the words, the doctrine they speak about is recognizing your power.
That's right.
Recognize your power at every level, my brother. And that's the other thing about what you do with the history lesson. It's everything. It's not just one thing. And that's what we are. We're not a monolith. We have everything the world needs. We just need to understand that.
We need to know who we are.
Value.
Knowledge yourself.
You got to know who we are, bro.
Know your power. That's right.
Know your power, Kim.
Reginald Maynard, everybody. We love you, brother. Have a great day.
Man. Thank you for
have
this.
Have a good day, Reginald.
Peace.
Peace.
Reginald Maynard. How about that? Reginald Maynard. Now let's get to the fuck shit. Where Coco at?
Coco said she's on the road. She said she's traveling. She'll try to make it in.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay, can I mention something, Lays? I heard you giving someone advice about nutrition this morning, and I don't know if you know that Smithfield. It was Boar's Head. Boar's Head, the meat, Boar's Head meats.
Yeah.
They are finding and maybe shutting down a lot of the factories. They are finding slime, which they don't know what the slime is. Pools of blood and mold where they are harvesting and packaging the meat.
The name of the company is Boar's Head. That means pig meat.
Boar's Head. That's right.
Pig meat. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Boy, listen, that shit is bullshit. That's the worst shit too. Deli meat. Stop eating deli meat, y'all. Stop eating sandwiches. Stop eating. I'm sorry, but Kim. Turkey, sliced turkey. Listen, if you cook a turkey and you slice it off the bone, then you can eat that. But the preservatives are crazy.
I don't like cooking turkeys because then you gotta pull the stuff out. You gotta get your fingernails. And
get in there and get that shit out of there. But if you're gonna cook the motherfucker, and then slice the turkey meat yourself.
I'll go to somebody else, let them cook it. And
that turkey meat in the store is all preservatives, by the way. So anyway, we have a special guest this morning.
Do we?
Yes, we have a special guest. All the way from all the way. It's the beautiful second half of the Harmony Elliott. The last shall be first. The first should be last. Of the Harmony Elliott Foundation herself, the Queen Duchess herself, Deandra Harmony. Good morning, Duchess.
Yay! Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, beautiful?
First of all, let me tell you what the Duchess has done. Like one weekend, right? We were, obviously, because during my healing process, I was out, doing my thing out there, working out, playing golf. So I would leave wherever we were for like 3 or 4 hours. I come back, she's like, "Hi, baby, I just wrote a book." I was like, "Oh, shit." A whole book?
A whole book. Yeah. There's a lot happening. A lot going on in the spring.
Duchess, first of all, for all you people, I was talking about, I don't know if you've been listening, we were talking about personal empowerment this morning. We were talking about us knowing our power and not speaking from positions of lack this morning. You are about to go on a journey and I want you to talk a little bit about it, and then I have other things I want to talk to you about. But I really want you to talk about the journey that you're about to go on.
Absolutely. And I did hear, and I was very, very pleased, obviously, to hear the conversation because everything, as you know, starts with self empowerment. How you see yourself, how you see your place in this world then affects how you see everyone else. And the latitude that you give yourself is the latitude that you give others. And so, what the journey that I'm on, I'm so excited about it, is I've made some discoveries and realizations, as you know, daily. Different things come to me. I'm like, oh, I get it now. I finally understand of what it really means to embrace your power. I forget who said it. I think it was Nelson Mandela who said, it's not that we're afraid that we can't do something. We're actually more afraid of our own greatness, of what we could do, of what's possible. And so as I'm discovering what's possible for me and putting myself in a position where I'm no longer in survival mode, I'm no longer in fight mode, trying to just, make it in this world, and the beauty of having a union with someone who has my back like I have his, and we can work through things together. And I know you're always thinking about me and our well-being. I'm thinking about you. It's given me a whole new perspective of how to live our lives, and why, especially as Black people, we've been in such survival mode for so long and not able to really embrace and embody our true power. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to be launching, as you know, Illuminated Truth. I've been working really hard on that. And a couple other projects, some e-courses I have coming up, which I call journeys, because it is a process. It's not something that you just flip a switch and automatically know. It's something you have to unlearn, because we've been pushed so far away from who we really are, that coming back into that awareness and the remembrance is a process. So just walking people along that path so that they can see for themselves, because that's going to make the difference in everything. When you know who you are, you can't, the confidence you have just becomes unshakable, because it's like, I wouldn't even engage with someone who doesn't know me and is judging me. What's the point of that? I don't need to prove myself to anybody.
Duchess, I think the people want to know, because you're asking someone. First of all, we are so used to things given to us and accepting whatever was given to us: bad food, bad advice, bad music, anything we get, right? We consume it. How do you get people to take that step, that leap, to become more empowered and better? How do you do that?
Well, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, most spiritual growth, most emotional growth comes as a result of some kind of chaos or crisis in their lives. And they get to a point where they realize, oh, this isn't working. This is not what I want. This is not who I want to be. When you come to that point, it's like being at a crossroads where you say, what I was, I don't want to be that anymore. I don't want to deal with that anymore. I don't want to keep repeating those same patterns. And who I'm becoming, I'm not really sure yet, because it's unknown to me. That's what we call a liminal space. That's where you're kind of in between of who I used to be and who I could become. And that's where your point of power is, in the present moment of saying, oh, right now I get to choose. And that's where our freedom and growth lies, is in that moment. But being able to be present to that moment and say to yourself, all right, I can do something differently now. It's not about what they did, what she said, what he did, and none of that. It's what can I do differently? Because as long as I'm expecting somebody else to change, that person, that entity, that organization is where my power is. Because
let me ask you a question. Because we're talking to people at this stage, the audience that listens to this show, we come up in a certain time, right? We used to run in the street, we used to play around. This is the pre-cell phone kind of audience that we've adapted this new way of thinking. So we do have the ability to sort of understand this. But you're speaking now. If you've grown up in the 2000s all the way to now, the last 25 years, that's a whole new reality. I mean, the mind of the person, the children's mind, now adults' mind, they've been programmed differently. How do you approach this mind, and what's happened to us to where we've become? You can see the demarcation from kids that were born in the 70s, 80s, and from the kids that are born in the late 90s and all the way to the 2000s. What's happened to us, and how do we fix that?
Absolutely. And what you're speaking of is not anecdotal. It is actually biological. So what we've found, what studies have been showing, Gen Z, they have fewer neural pathways, neural bundles, and neural nets because they didn't engage in imaginative play the way that we did growing up. They came up on screens, and so their visual cortex is larger, but their brain is not as deeply developed as ours is and was. And so what happens is, because of that, they don't have the ability to problem solve and think critically through situations. So it becomes a dumbing down of our entire society. So while that is extremely alarming, the truth is the brain, there's something called neuroplasticity, which means your brain is always capable of regenerating itself. It does take some intention, though. You have to be conscious about it, and you have to intentionally develop those neural pathways and neural bundles so you can get it back. But most people aren't willing to do the work. Parents aren't educated about it. The kids don't know the difference. So what will end up happening is, if we don't do something about it, if we don't start developing those, the deeper functions, the deeper gray matter in our brains, then as our children then start to procreate, those abilities get lost because now they're passing down a more degenerative brain, and then that ends up, affecting the entire society. So it's not something.
As society, I just want to walk through this because what you're saying is very powerful. As society gets more technologically advanced, the actual human brain becomes regressed.
Unfortunately, yes, because the intention is not there of doing the other things that will continue to develop the human mind. And so it's not to say that we have to be in opposition to the advancement of technology, but we have to grow with it, and it has to be a balance. It has to be harmonious together. And so, just for example, like if you're using ChatGPT to do your studying and come up with, the information that you need, you're essentially creating an echo chamber. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a terrible thing, depending on what it is you're actually studying. Right. But you're having to think less. You're doing less research. You're synthesizing less information because it's being done for you. And just like any other muscle, if you're not exercising it, it will go into atrophy. And so that's what we're seeing.
So Deandra, I have a question. I noticed, and you mentioned the dumbing. I'll just, for a lack of every word that you said, the dumbing down of our brains with the children. And I noticed that these days, a lot of the classrooms, some of the schools are starting to ban cell phones in the classrooms. Now, when I teach, and I'm trying to I'm working on contracts in the public schools, but when I teach adults, and I tell them it's a change in ourselves, because of course the people that I'm working with, they are coming from drug addiction. Some have mental health challenges, different things, homelessness. So their mind, the way they're thinking isn't correct. So what I tell them, it's called retraining. We're going to learn the inner me so that your inner me doesn't become your enemy. Mm-hmm. And I start from the very beginning. Mm-hmm. And with that, I've noticed that they go home and they tell their families, and they try to do the same thing with their families, which is why I'm going to now go into the public schools with the children. But do you think once we take the phones away from the children, start working on their inner self so they can understand who they are personally instead of someone telling them who they are, mm-hmm. then it would stop the digression of their brain and help them, start to, I guess, is that get to where we are, or use our imagination, like you said earlier?
So it's a couple things in there that I want to unpack. First and foremost, it starts with us before we are focused on the kids. Right. Because here's the reality. If we're sitting at the dinner table, if people even sit around the dinner table anymore, and the parents are sitting there on their cell phone talking about, well, I'm just wrapping up work, I got work to do. Okay, we understand that, but you're still setting an example. So right. we have to lead by example. And that's something that then takes the accountability onto ourselves. And then we got to look in the mirror and look at how much screen time are we having with our own phones and with our laptops and everything else. Mm-hmm. So relating that first and understanding, all right, I'm going to be intentional about putting this down and spending time FaceTime with my kids, actually having a conversation with them. And, you know, because that's something that when we were younger, at least I'll speak for myself, we didn't get to eat at the grown folks table. We had to stay out of grown folks, but we didn't even get to conversations. And so, you know, we kind of got it by osmosis and just overhearing. It's different now in this generation where we do have an opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with our children, and they can understand at a deeper level than we could, because nobody was talking to us back then. So first.
Well, go ahead, Duchess. Keep going, because I think this is a very riveting morning conversation. Go ahead, Duchess.
And then on top of that, in terms of us having that intentional time and teaching them, because yes, whenever something works for you, you do end up saying something to somebody else about it, whether it's a family member, a neighbor, even somebody in a grocery store, whatever the case. So the more we do that, then the more it's going to catch on. But it has to be something that we as a society have to decide this is what we're going to do. And by as a society, I mean individually, because that's society.
That's where it starts.
I don't believe society. I believe society wants automaton. So, like for instance, that's why the popularity of a TikTok is so popular, because it's just easy, instant, ocular, and you can get that existence, and you can go. I think that's why the government is trying to ban it, because they actually understand.
I'm with that, but you know, as Deandra said earlier, it's a balance. If you watch TikTok for 20 minutes, what's the big deal? But as long as you're handling your other business. When I am in a conversation with someone, I put my phone down, because I want you to pay attention to me, and I need to pay attention to you so I can understand what it is.
Anthony Bonner makes a great point
that we're having, right?
Parents are afraid of their kids nowadays. There was a time, because remember, the society set up where you can't even discipline your kids. And I'm not saying I'm not saying go out there and abuse your kids, but they've taken the power away from the parents, because the parents' job is to guide the kids. And they've taken the power away from the parents nowadays. So now the kids run the parents. The kids call the police on the parents on a regular basis. This is regular. You know what I'm saying? And she yelled at me. So whatever the case was, you can't even listen. I needed that yelling as a little boy.
Absolutely. But you know, if you don't tell, I remember my sister, we had a rebellious one. And my sister would tell her, go ahead and call the police. See, the police have to get here to you. I'm already here with you. So you have to let them know you're not scared. Well, I'm preaching to parents. You guys know already. But once the children know, I'm not afraid of your
12 o'clock, broad daylight in front of the police, I will beat the blood out you. Front the broad daylight, I'll off your on switch.
How about that? night, good night.
Here in the morning emails, we do not propagate child abuse. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying.
No, we do not.
Broad daylight, I'll off your on switch.
Well, it is. It's causing parents to have to develop a different way of parenting. And guess what I have to say to that? That's wonderful. Because it causes people to have to raise their ability to communicate, raise their consciousness, stop treating children just because they're children. I'm not saying that they are, listen, they're children, they're not adults, we get that, but that doesn't mean that they're not still powerful in their own right. How many children simply need somebody to guide them? That's what all children need. They need that guidance, they need the love. But if all you know is to beat your kid up because that's what was done to you, that's not evolving.
That is true. That is right.
I have clients. I went to my client's house the other day and I looked up and I didn't realize they had me in a different room. In their library, and I looked up and they had two different sets. Remember the Britannia encyclopedia? They had two different sets of encyclopedias there. And I said, wow, you've got encyclopedias. I remember when I had them. And she says, yes, when my child does her homework, I have her use the encyclopedias on top of her other resources that she has, because I need her to learn to read, not depend on these computers all the time. And I love the way she was explaining how she disciplines her daughter or tries to organize her daughter, on how to work, how to use the old and the new. and make a balance
Well,
of
let me tell you something. So this is where education and being involved in education is important, right? So I got to tell you a story. Me and my brother, Dr. Dennis, we were down playing golf in Florida. This was a few years ago, like 2020 or something like that. And we were playing golf in Florida, and there was a man playing golf with us, and his son. He said, "You mind if my son, Will's pills? You mind if my son tagged along with us?" The son was flying. The son was about 11 years old. He was flying a drone, and he was out there. And he explained the kid's life. He said, "Listen, yeah, he goes to school 2 days a week, but also part of his curriculum, we have him out in the woods. He learns how to hunt. He learns how to live. We have him in building class where he learns engineering and everything, and he does his studies. So in school a couple of days a week, and he does all of a life living tasks so that he knows how to do everything." The kid was flying drones, like not just regular, no, big, like it was almost like a car. He's flying, he's flying drones. He's working on stuff. They got him shooting. They got him living out in the woods. They got him hunting. They got him doing all these different things because they understand the value of a full education. The education system has become a prison for these children.
It's an institution.
And so the system is such a prison that the school and the jail look exactly the same. So when little Ray is in school in a prison, it's easy when he's turned 14 to send him to the penal because the penal look just like the school. So it becomes a different reality. So I think the problem in education is reinventing education. They have a problem now. Shout out to my man Amin Ra. They got this thing called knowledge because they're trying to get kids back in school. And I respect them for trying to do that. My man Mark Merrill, those guys are doing some great things. But my thing is, why don't we make the school more palatable and more inventive? Like one of my businesses was building media rooms and golf simulators in school because I want to make the school more a place where you want to go to. The thing is, they've made the school like a prison. So when you go to school, it's a goddamn prison. So now the kid don't want to go to school and the kid don't want to be in prison. But after programming all these years, school and prison is the same goddamn thing. So so then what are you training your kids to do? You're training your kids to be inmates.
As we see, you mentioned the man lays having a son flying drones and stuff like that. As I was watching some of the videos of the fire in California, I was focused on one video that they showed of a man and his son out there chopping the trees down and making little paths in their yard so that the fire wouldn't get close to them and burn around their home. And I kept thinking, how old is this kid out there chopping down trees? And he couldn't have been any more than 7, 8 years old out there helping his father chop down the trees while the fire was coming. Now, I'm not saying that our young boys would not have done that, but would they know how to chop down a tree? No.
Of course not. Of course not. Because listen, this is the thing that we're not really discussing. This is the elephant in the room. The education system as it exists today is in and of itself an experiment, because for all of human history up until the last 150 years or so, that's what children learned. They learned how to live being with their parents.
Yes.
Then when they brought in the structure of the education system from the Soviet Union, the point was to create a society of workers.
Say that again so they understand what they're saying. Where did the education system come from, Duchess?
The Soviet Union.
There you go.
And not only does it prepare a child for a prison system, it prepares them to go work at a box called corporate America, where they then become that much more deeper institutionalized. One thing I saw, my mother worked in corporate America for almost 40 years. When she retired, she struggled so hard to figure out how to do life now because she didn't have a schedule to keep. She didn't have somewhere to be every day. She didn't have nobody telling her what time she could go to lunch and come back and all of that kind of stuff. And it was very disorienting, quite honestly, even though it was liberating, but she had never developed those skills to actually develop a life outside of somebody else's structure. Those programmings go so deep, and it is hard to unlearn that. And that's what sends a lot of people into depression. That's what scares a lot of people. Actually, because
Reginald Maynard, that's why listen, that was my initial original mandate. That's when we started OSG. That's what got me on board to be a part of the original mandate of listen, we have to reinvent the way that we educate the children, or else if it goes the way it's going to lose. But OSG is going to need some help. We need more people to get out there and recognize that we have to change the way education is being done. The structures in the New York City school districts and most of the school districts across the country is a Soviet communist invention. It's a socialist invention. And at the end of the day, you cannot exist. You will not have individuality in a socialist invention or convention. That's why we repeat it. We have the sororities, fraternities. We have all these different groups that are trying to work in a system, but it's counterproductive because we're working against ourselves. The bottom line is you have to educate the kids with life and books. Life and books have to happen. If you don't educate them with life and only books, guess what happens? They just become kids in books or screens. If you educate them with life, then they become well-rounded and they become survivors and they become procreators in this business. That's why everyone else is kicking our ass in education around the world.
It's true. And that begins at home, because no matter what is being taught in school, as parents, we have to take accountability. What are you sitting down and talking to your kids about? Are you telling them what's going on, having riveting conversations with them, picking their brain? Hey, what's your stance on this? What do you think about this? My son and I, we sit down, we have very intellectual conversations about real world situations that's happening right now, because I want to know, how is his mind working? How is he thinking critically about this? Because if he doesn't develop those skills, who's going to help him do that? Life is going to beat him up and he has to learn the hard way. No, he has a mother who can sit down and have that conversation with him and invest the time, as opposed to just telling him what to do and then get out my face because I'm busy, that kind of thing.
I talk to my sons the same way. I mean, Deandra is around when she hears me talking to my sons. And sometimes it is if you listen to me talk to my sons, you have to stop for a second and go, wait a minute, that's heavy what he's saying. But I'm explaining to him how life actually works and how they can weave through it and understand it. There's multiple times my 11-year-old was called a nigger in school. This is little kids calling each other niggas in school. My 11-year-old's been called a nigger. He didn't understand that because, remember, my sons live with me. I didn't call them nigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't go like, yo, nigga, get over here. So now he's dealing with that in school. And as soon as it happens, I go up there quick, fast, in a hurry, guns blazing. What you doing? Huh? Who calling my son a nigga? Let me talk to his father. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to go deal with the dad, because that don't come. The kid don't learn. Nigga, the kid don't grow up with nigga. Nigga come from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So he's calling my kid a nigga. So I go up to the school and check. I'm going to bring the dad up. Let me check the dad real quick. Most of the time, and respectfully, most of the time, it's a Will's pills, no dad, or spills, no dad, right? And then I have to deal with the mother and the school system, and I have to explain to my son how people are. But I'm real, I'm cold with my sons and real, and explain to them how the world works. Deandra has heard me talk to them. And I'm so proud of my sons now because they understand how the world works and they know how to survive in this world. That's what we got to teach our boys. We got to teach our boys to get out their feelings and know how to survive in this world. Listen, the Duchess hears me. You hear me talking to my kids. I got 11-year-olds, sharp as a tack. Don't even mess around.
When I don't have children, and so therefore, when I speak to children, I come from a different perspective because I'm not a parent. Right. So I have to, and in a sense, I watch the things that I say to them as well because I'm not their parent. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I recognize is I feel we have to teach the children that emotions are natural. If you're upset, it's okay to say you're upset. Tell me why you have to explain to me why you're upset. Explain to me your feelings, your emotions. Once you can articulate your emotions, then you can be able to let them go and move forward. But if you don't understand why it is you're feeling this way, then eventually what will happen is you'll just move on that emotion, and everything that you're working towards will be, your decision making will be, a little erratic.
Anthony Bonnet says now here's where the rubber hits the road. Anthony Bonnet makes a great point. He talks about how, let me ask you a question, Anthony. I wish you could, I'm gonna put the link in. Anthony, if you can chime in. Anthony, is your sister a single mother, first and foremost? I just want to ask that question. There's a couple questions, qualifying questions I want to ask. Is your sister a single mother? This is the link, all right? And I'm not, again, we're not bashing women or any, because at the end of the day, women do whatever they got to do. That's one thing about my sister. Is the father in the woman's life? That's the second question. Which is now he made the question even more interesting. Is the father in the woman's in the child's life? That's
he says she's married.
That's not his father. You know, so he's talking about because I see this happen a lot. I see a lot of young boys in broken or mixed homes, and that's why I got to give the Duchess her props, man, because you've raised two wonderful, respectful children. All right. At the end of the day, you've done a great job, Duchess. You've done a great job. I have been blessed to know both, and not to say that I'm their father, but I've been able to be a positive force in their lives. And let me just say something. You've done a great job because it's not easy by yourself raising, especially a young boy. And sometimes young boys are not like young women are very creative and very mature, but young boys, they need a firm hand. And sometimes I see a lot of young boys talking crazy to their mother. I see it in public, talking real crazy to their mother. That's giving me a line that this boy on his way to prison. Because ain't nobody gonna be able to control that boy.
I see when they're talking crazy to their parent, and please don't see this as disrespect for anyone, but I see when the young men are talking crazy to their parents or their mother is because the mother is 8 times out of 10 doing something maybe that embarrasses the young man, or the young man doesn't understand, whereas you say the young ladies, we're a little more mature.
Well, we see it in hip hop. Yeah, listen, some of the guys in hip hop act like men act like women in hip hop. And with all due respect, I'm not trying to tell you, well, you can't be who you're gonna be. Hi, ladies, watch what you're gonna. Shut up, Lindsay. I'm talking serious now. Shut up. But I find that without positive male images, they emulate the only positive image they have. So young boys will emulate their mothers. They react to things like their mothers as opposed to reacting like their fathers, which would be different because a strong male image in your family makes the reaction very different. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not here to judge whether the merits of it. I'm just telling you what I see. And we have a whole society of grown men acting like women. And I don't even understand why that's a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because they don't understand emotions.
Before I get in trouble, Duchess, please.
No, you're good. They can only emulate what they have. That's the problem.
That's right.
And so what more can they do? When there are times where I see my son behaving in certain ways, and I can't give him what I don't have, right? I can't be his father, and I can't force his father to step up and be the presence that my son needed and my daughter needed. But at the end of the day, here we are, and I have to trust that everything is working out the way that it needs to for their highest good and their soul's evolution. But part of that also is the understanding of, listen, I would tell my son, I don't know what it means to be a Black man in this world. I don't know how you're going to actually survive this world in the way that you need to. Here's what I can tell you my experience has been. Though my skin is Black, that for me has not ever actually been anything that I've had to overcome. And I'm just speaking personally. For me, I've always seen it as a benefit. And I was always told that was my greatest asset, or one of my greatest assets, simply because people don't see me coming. I open my mouth, I start speaking, and they're like, wait, what? They don't understand, because they have an idea, a caricature of what they've been sold on TV of who Black people are, not understanding that's a slice. I'm not saying it's bad, right, wrong, good, bad, but that's not the totality of who we are. Just that's like right. you can't pin on one white person and say this is how white people are. That's the most ridiculous thinking there is. But we all come from this fabric and this tapestry. Of
why does Uncle Lace call them whale tails then? Shut up.
There are stereotypes and they exist for a reason. Just like you and I get into it on a regular basis. Of you. The Uncle Ace has a lot of stereotypes that he believes in. And I will tell a quick story. One time we're in the car, we're driving, and there was this driver driving a Tesla. It was a female. She happened to be Hispanic and all that, but I couldn't see that. And neither of us could see it. But she was driving a certain way, and he just starts going off, with the whole narrative of how this person was driving. Finally, we get a chance. We can pull up next to this lady. He looks, he goes, that's who I thought it was. And I was like, I couldn't say anything.
I got my daughter. She got no kids. Hi, Uncle Ed. I have a question. Why does Damon Dash look like Grady from Sanford and Son? Shut up, Lizzie! Shut up!
This is all day. Y'all don't understand. This is literally day and night, every day.
Yeah, when I was off for a couple of weeks, she's like, when are you going back on the movie?
Come on down to Florida. I'm going to bring all your podcast stuff, because you got to get this out. I can't be the recipient of it anymore.
I spent most of the day going, did I go too far? Did I go too far? Anyway. Duchess, thank you. The beautiful Deandra Harmony. When is that book coming out so we can get everybody rolling on the book and we can talk about it and get everybody? Are you getting ready to drop that book, baby?
It's coming out in March. Yeah.
This is your second book, by the way. You already have a book. What's the name of your first book? They can go buy that on Amazon, right?
They can. It's called Breath by Breath. Soften into your divinity one breath at a time.
Breath by Breath. And make sure you go pick it up from the beautiful, lovely Deandra Harmony and fierce. Let me tell you something. You know, Uncle Lazy get on. She'd be like, "Let me tell you something, mister." I'd be like, okay. She's like a little Jin from Genie. She gets you right on your ass. You don't play around. All right. Anyway, baby, I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. All right. See you soon. Okay.
Bye, baby.
Bye. Love you.
Yeah. Anyway, that's great. You see?
Yes.
The Duchess. You know,
right.
Before we go, you know, because I guess Coco's gonna come loaded with fuck shit tomorrow. So
yeah. Hey, Lays, you know what? I heard you mention something about Cameron, Jim Jones, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
And I too don't know the origin of this,
right? But
I was listening to Cameron really go on a rant about how Jim Jones is not from Harlem, and I'm sitting there going, what in the hell is happening?
That's unfortunate, by the way.
But I would like to say this. I do think this is important. You know, we big up people all the time, but sometimes we fail to recognize the good that may come from prison, because a lot of our people are in prison. And there's this young man, and his name is Royal Ramey. Right. Royal Ramey was in prison for quite a few years, and he was one of the men that they would get out of prison to help fight the fires in California. And he'd been doing this for a couple of years. Well, he now got...
Good morning, Dr. D. Nice. Hold on for a second. Go ahead. Finish, Kimberly.
Now out of prison, and what he's done is he's gotten together a for-profit where the prisoners can come out and learn and go to school and classes and learn to be a fireman.
Hey, listen, that's great.
Also, outside of that, even though they're out of prison and they now have jobs, he has mentors set up with them to go around and figure out how they're handling themselves. And so if anybody out there knows a prisoner that wants to get into this, because if you guys don't know that we are also lacking in these services.
Can you get him to come on one morning and talk about?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Come on, let's talk about it, because obviously it's going to be. Listen, it's just like as Reginald said, OSG is just one organization. We need a lot more people out there fighting the good fight. It's not easy, you know. Dr. D. Nice, good morning.
Good morning.
Do you like what we're talking about today? We're raising the kids and all that kind of stuff, and how the neuroplasticity and all that stuff.
You know, I was excited about that. I am so excited about that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Dr. D. Nice, are you going to the inauguration? I just want to know. Are you going to the inauguration?
I wish I would be, but I'm not.
Yeah, look at that. See, he's out now. She said, fuck that. I'm rolling.
I'm here, Dr. D. Nice. You can come up. I'll go with you.
Come out the closet, Dr. D. Listen, Dr.
D.
Why not? Yeah, why not? Hey, listen, I was in the Uber the other day, and that Trinidadian guy, he had the big black Trinidadian guy had a great Make America Great hat right on his dashboard. Like, this is what it is. I was like, yeah, go ahead, man. Let your freak flag fly, baby. Don't worry about it.
We're just rolling with it now. We're just going to roll in it.
How about
we're standing in our truth.
You may as well.
My question, hi, Dr. D. Nice. I have one question, and I want everyone to listen to this question. It's a very important question that I have, and I'm going to use the sad music to ask this question. Also, I just have one question. Dr. D. Nice, Why does Damon Dash look like Grady from Sanford and Son? That's
What is wrong with you? Hey, I do have on a serious note though, real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, so over the break, my husband and I got in a horrible car accident.
Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that, Dr. D Nice.
Yeah, my Prius is totaled.
The Prius is totaled?
Yeah.
Are y'all safe?
How about you? Are you guys
Are you all right?
Yeah, both of us are fine. Somebody ran into us on the highway.
Oh God.
Well, first of all,
yeah,
make sure you get another Prius. Make sure you get another Prius. I'm telling you right now, because that Prius saved your life. Get yourself another one. I mean, first thing I did when I flipped over my BMW back in the days, I flipped it over and over and over again. The cage saved me. I only bought trucks and Beamers from that point on in my life because it saved my life because I should have been dead. So I'm so happy that you're okay, Dr. D Nice.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. We they didn't see us, and they were just like they were just barreling down the street, and I saw the light. It was late at night. I picked my husband up from the airport.
Yeah,
and I saw the light just coming down on me behind in my rearview mirror. I'm like, these people are not stopping.
Hi, Dr. D Nice.
And I'm not slowing down.
I don't want to start. I don't want to start no mess in the D Nice home. Where the hell he be flying to all the time? I just want to know what's her name. I don't want to start no trouble.
But let me finish. Yeah, I moved. I saw them coming.
Yes.
And I moved out the lane. I guess I didn't move far enough, but they still could. They hit the passenger backside. If I hadn't moved out the way, they hit us clear in the back, and who knows what would have been the outcome.
Wow. Man, well, I'm glad you're okay, Dr. D Nice, and and tell that insurance company give you a brand new Prius and do a little bit of my neck and my back a little bit so you can get some extra money. I mean, come on, my neck and my back. You're a doctor. You know how to make that happen. It's delayed action.
You know what? But can't lie. But God spared us because both me and my husband we were fine. My husband hit his head on the headrest.
Yeah.
The headrest hit it, but that's it. The other car, they flipped over several times.
Are they all right?
Yeah, they were okay. They both walked out.
Dr.
They both walked out of the car.
Ixnay on the iron fay. I just want to say that my Akbay hurt bay. Dr. D Nice, we're glad you're all right. Listen, thank you very much for coming in this morning. And we want to talk more about the pageant next week. So I need some information.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting ready. I'm gonna make y'all proud.
Yeah.
Okay,
we want to do it.
I'm gonna put it all out there.
All right, Dr.
Put it down.
Have a great day, Dr. D Nice. Dr. D Nice, everybody. Oh my gosh. Ixnay on the iron face. I'd been like, you a doctor. Just put yourself in traction. You would think I got polio. Look at that motherfucker. Hit me from the back.
Don't ask me how many suits I've had.
I'll be forgetting shit. Be counting in the air. Fuck that. Anyway.
You're like,
boy, Galatians from second one email. Shout out to all my families out there, the MOP First Family, and my beautiful Kimberly Robinson today. And also thank you to the Duchess, the beautiful Duchess, for coming in today, letting you know about neuroplasticity and all that kind of stuff. And my man Reginald Maynard.
Pull out my dictionary.
Thank you very much. Yes. Pull out that dictionary out when she talks. All right, y'all have a great day. Reggae Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna party, skate a little bit tomorrow, have some fun, and we'll be rocking tomorrow. We'll put the skate music on tomorrow, and we'll bring in Coco tomorrow for that tea and that fuck shit. All right. Have a great day. Morning emails, and shout out to my man Damon Dash, who now looks like Grady from Sanford. So. What goobly woo from Sanford. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.